Hello all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with a new subject Mmpc 009, that is management of machines and materials. Okay. In last week, we already covered Mmpc 008, so please refer. And in Mmpc 009, there is 4 blocks. So first block is operation management and overview and facilities planning. Under this, there is 4 units also. The first unit is operation management and overview. Second is product selection and process selection. Third unit is facilities location. Facilities layout and material handling is fourth unit. In next block is 2. The second block there, that is an operation planning and control. So under this there is 4 units again, and unit 5 is planning and control for mass production. Unit 6 is planning and control for batch production. Unit 7 planning and control for job shop production, and unit 8 is planning and control of projects. And block 3 is capacity planning, work and job design and value engineering. So under this block 3 there is 3 units. Unit 9 is capacity planning, unit 10 is work and job design, unit 11 is value engineering and quality assurance, and block 4 is materials management. Under block 4 there is 3 units again. So unit 12 is for purchase system and procedure and inventory management. Unit 13 is standardization, codification and variety reduction, and unit 14 is waste management. So these are the units we are covering this Mmpc 009. Okay, so we will start the first block onwards, and first unit also. Today we will discuss. So here is block 1 explanation, what all this covering, and so unit 1 is here, operation management and overview. So objectives of this unit is there is upon completion of this unit, you should be able to know the production operation function as process of value addition, understand the system concept in operations management and problems in decision making in OM, and recognize the difference between product and service, appreciate the role of materials management and know the concept of systems life cycle, have a brief idea of the historical profile of development of operations management. These are the objectives of this unit. Structure of this unit are there is introduction, systems concept in operation management, objectives in operation management decision, type of production system, management of materials in production system, concepts in system life cycle, role of significant method in operation management, historical development of operation management, summary and keyword section, and self-assessment questions also there in this unit. Okay. And let's begin with the introduction part. In this unit you will learn about the aspect of management of production and the service organization. And for long the term production has been associated only with the factory like situation where goods are produced in the physical sense. So factory has been defined as any premises in which persons are employed for the purpose of making, altering, repairing, ornamenting, finishing, cleaning, washing, breaking, demolishing, or adopting for sale any article. However, by generalizing the concept of production as process through which goods and services are created, we can include both manufacturing and service organization within the purview of production management. Thus, the essential features of the production are to bring together people, machines, and materials to provide goods or services, thereby satisfying the wants of the people. And inclusion of services within the scope of production enables us to look at the problem of production management in a much wider perspective. This brings a number of seemingly non-manufacturing sectors of economy such as transport, energy, health, agriculture, warehousing, banking, etc. So within the scope of production system. That is why the term production and operation management or operations management have been suggested by many to indicate the general applications of the technique of management of machines and materials. Operation management may be defined as the design, operation and improvement of the production system that creates the famous primary production or services. The broad concept of production is kept in mind throughout this book, although the apparent emphasis may be on the techniques used in the context of manufacturing organization, but you should always be able to extend and apply this management techniques to all type of service organization as well. And next is the value added process. Perhaps a more general concept of operations instead of production will better include both manufacturing as well as service organizations. And operations, either in manufacturing or in service, are purposeful activities of an organization. So we may formally define an operation as the process of changing input into outputs and thereby adding value to some entity. This constitutes the primary function of virtually every organization. Now let us consider how value can be added to an entity by performing an operation function. So there are four major ways. One is alter, next is transport, store and inspect. These are the four ways. Alter means this refers to change in the form or state of the input. And this change may be physical, as in manufacturing, or sensual or psychological, such as the feeling of comfort or satisfaction after getting cured from an illness. Transport, all of the entity gets value added through transport because it may have more value if located somewhere other than where it currently is. Store, the value is enhanced if the entity is kept in a protected environment for some period of time, such as potatoes in cold storage or food grains in warehouse. Inspect, the value of an entity may be enriched through an inspection as we better understand its properties and can therefore take more informed decision regarding their purchase, use, repair, etc. Next is products and services. The output of an operation system may be in terms of end products, physical goods such as automobiles, or rendering a service such as in transportation, hospitals, educational institutions, cinema halls, beauty parlor and bank, etc. Rendering a service may involve physical goods such as dentist making a set of false teeth while rendering dental care. The conversion process. From the foregoing description, it should now be clear that all production of operation functions are essentially a part of the conversion process, which transforms entities in shape, size, form, location, space, time, and state. Hence, every organization can be considered essentially as a conversion system which converts input into output through the conversion process. This aspect is further highlighted in the next section. Next is system concept in operation management. A system may be defined as purposeful collection of people, object and procedures for operating within an environment. Thus, every organization can be represented as a system consisting of interacting subsystems. The features of a system are that these have inputs and outputs. The basic process of the system converts resource input into some useful form of outputs. Okay, so here is one figure conceptual model of a production operation system. Okay, so please refer this. There is conversion process and in between. So there is input, land, labor, capital management. These are the inputs. Then adjustment need is there in between. Then conversion process, monitor the output, and output is goods and services, and in comparison also there actual and desired. Okay, so this is the small concept of production and operation system. So input, we already discussed what is input. Okay, so it's a starting stage of the production system. Input to the system may be labor, material, equipment, machines, facilities, energy, information and technology. These are input. And productivity of conversion process. Now we come to the main question of how we know that we are managing our system operations well. This concerns the efficiency with which we are converting the input into outputs. This conversion efficiency can be roughly gauged by the ratio of output or input, a term which is generally known as productivity of the system. Productivity P is equal to output divided by input. Management of production system is essentially concerned with the management for productivity. An alternate way of looking at the concept of productivity is to look at the amount of waste generated in the system And then productivity can be improved by reducing wastefulness or wastivity of the system. So thus a simple way to look at the productivity improvement is to attack wastes of all type of resources, that is material, labor, capacity of machine, time, space, capital, etc. Next is differences between service and goods product. So what is the difference? A clear line of demarcation between the product and service is much less apparent, and almost all purchase of consumer product involves services as well as the product itself. So if you buy an automobile, you not only buy the product but also take the guarantee of the parts and the number of servicing of the vehicle. So similarly, a fast food operation delivery physical product along with the service. Okay, so there is product and service is there. So service may provide intangible psychological benefit that are not easily measured by the sense of touch, smell, sight, sound and taste, while goods are the physical output of a process. And a person being served often participated in the productive process as by providing part of the labor in self-service system. Sometimes there is a great deal of contact with the client of customer in the service system, and human contact is almost the essence of many such a services. So there is a high degree of heterogeneity in the aspect of the services, and no two services are exactly alike. A dentist attending to two consecutive patients having identical alignment may provide more or less same type of service. However, the two patients may have different perceptions of the quality of service and may have different satisfaction levels. Next is simultaneous production and consumption. More often service happens in the presence of customer, and the customer may also be involved at the time of the service. And service operation may be labor intensive. The work of typing of the typist on a single full scape page may cost you Rs 20 or more, so while the cost of one sheet of paper is 20 paise only. So for the service of the facial in a beauty parlor or a home, you may spend around 500 or so with only Rs 5 worth of cream on your face, and ornamental work of embroidery on a piece of cloth worth Rs 10 may amount to as a high as Rs 1000 or even more, like that. So service and product. So these are the differences. And taking advantage of process of machinization and automation, market of product can be a regional, national or even international, but because of service cannot be shipped to distant places, the service system ordinarily shrink to the local markets only. And service once rendered to the customer can never be taken back in case the customer does not like the quality of service. So product can taken back, right? And next is the objectives in operation management. What are the objectives? Every system has purpose, certain objectives and goals to achieve. So since the objective of an organization have hierarchical structure, sub goals leads to accomplishment of goals which contribute to the achievement of objectives, and eventually the purpose or mission of an organization. In general terms, the objectives of an organization may be to produce the goods or services in required quantities and of quality as per schedule at the minimum cost. Performance objective. The performance objective may be include efficiency, effectiveness, quality, lead time, capacity utilization and flexibility. These are the performance objectives. And the cost objectives are explicit cost. There is under this there is material cost, direct and indirect labor cost, scrap or rework cost and maintenance. Implicit cost is cost of carry, inventory cost of stock out, shortage, backlogging, lost sales, cost of delayed deliveries, cost of material handling, cost of inspection, cost of grievances or dissatisfaction, downtime cost, opportunity cost, etc. So next section is decision of production and operation management. So the process of management. Operation management can be essentially considered as a process of planning, organizing, directing and control. So there are different ways in which the production management function can be grouped for the sake of discussion. So these are the summarized as a classified or classification of a decision. The first way to group these decisions are periodic decision and continual decision. Okay, so these decisions are shown below in tabular. Production management decision is periodic and continual. So in this periodic decision there is selection, design, updating, and there is operating, controlling also there. Okay, so yet another way of looking at these decisions may be planning and designing of production system, operations and control of production system, etc. And the major topic covered in this block will be grouped as per the above mentioned classification. So a third way to group this could be function of production and operation management. There is planning decision, organizing decision, directing and controlling. So under this direction there is quantity and quality also. Okay. Mm, time is there, inventory is there, cost is there, maintenance is there, and this schematic diagram of the above is shown. Figure 3 it will be noted that some of the area of decision are overlapping in nature. So figure 3 here is this, please refer this. So planning is there, or organizing is there, and directing and the controlling. So in between there is overlapping section also. There is conversion process, models, behavior, etc. Please refer this. And a strategic decision is one which has long-term impact, influences a larger part of the system, and once implemented cannot be undone easily. This decision essentially deal with the design and planning aspect. So examples are there: product selection and planning, process selection and planning, facilities location, facility layout and material handling, capacity planning, and operation or short-term decisions is there. For this, production planning, scheduling and control, inventory planning and control, quality assurance, work and job design, etc. And maintenance and replacement is there, and cost reduction and control is there, monitoring and feedback control is there. Okay, and need for updating and review of decision. What is the need? And in the planning of our production and operation system, the process assumes certain external and internal environment of work, and in a dynamic system the change in the environmental parameters may make our previous decision out of date, and in light of this we need to review, revise and update our decision by switching over to group technology, and we may add or delete our product line and reassess the product design on the basis of newer type of material and feedback from our customers. Okay, so this is our today's session, and we will continue this unit 1 of MMBC 009. Please go through this, and this is all new subject. In between any doubts you can contact us. For more MBA videos you just do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents Ignou Mba complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 217 885.